Wacsi is an organization that has been set up specifically to build and strengthen the capacity of civil society organizations in West Africa. Or rather, let me say, organized civil society in West Africa. Because sometimes when we say civil society organizations, people are only thinking of NGOs. But it's much broader than that. We are looking at other organized civil society, trade unions, other associations. The raison d'etre, as they say, for Waxi's existence really came from the Open Society Initiative for West Africa, OSIWA, having funded grantees over a number of years, realized that yes, they were doing good work and had a passion to do it, but there was a need to strengthen their institutions, look at their management structures, their governance structures, and also enhance their technical skills. The aim is to make these organized civil society more effective in what they do, more efficient, and also more professional, and in the long term more sustainable. Our main aim is to work with civil society in the sub-region and to ensure that we have strong civil society organizations that can influence policy. We have three main areas in which we work. We do training, we do research, and then we have the third leg which we call policy advocacy. But the role of Wacsi there is mainly convening and facilitating the spaces for reflection on policy issues. Now we work with different organizations in all these three areas. For the training, we run training programs in the areas that I've talked about on management issues, governance. So we have corporate governance training, we run results-based management training, we have board governance training, we look at, sometimes look at strategic planning, and then we have the skills part. So we have policy advocacy skills, run training programs on that, monitoring and evaluation, and fundraising, grants management, and we target organizations working through partners so that they are able to achieve the objectives, the mutual objectives that they have agreed, and they have strong organizations that they are working with to achieve those objectives. So with OSIWA, with Trust Africa, with IBIS, I've run these training programs. We also run regional training programs, where we send out a call for applications, so people apply to attend these programs from different institutions across the region. Sometimes you have organizations coming to you to say, we would like to have a training in this particular area, and we work with those organizations to run those training. And then we have a research where we actually address cross-cutting issues that affect civil society in West Africa. And so we have, for example, a research product that will soon be coming out that looks at civil society and their role in development in the last 15 years in West Africa. The idea of doing that is to come out with knowledge that civil society will find useful in the work that they do and fill the knowledge gaps. I also want to add, particularly when it comes to our research, it's research and documentation, that when it comes to documentation, we do have a database of experts, for example, for West Africa, because we work through a lot through experts within the sub-region. And we also have a database of civil society organizations in West Africa. And this is something that Trust Africa supported Wacsi to do. And we also have the policy advocacy, where, as I said earlier, our role is to convene. And so we do organize, for example, a West Africa Women's Policy Forum in partnership with the Women in Peace and Security Network, which we run every year. And the idea is to gather West African women to discuss and reflect on issues affecting the development of women in the sub-region. And for the past 5 years, they have focused on discussing women's participation in governance, because we have realized that that has been a major issue. So out of that, we have, for example, now established a all women's elections observation team for West Africa, which has observed elections in Sierra Leone, has done so in Senegal, in Liberia, and will be doing so in Ghana.